Hello guys, welcome back to another video from English Explainer School. So you've probably already checked out our previous videos, and one of them was on past simple, the difference between past simple and past continuous, about actions that were happening in the specific moment in the past or interrupting another action. So today we're going to talk about a couple more other tenses that we use to describe past events. And to teach you that, I would like to introduce you a story about the Johnson's family. You probably already noticed two pictures here, and I would like you to look at them and tell me what are they doing. Okay, you probably already figured that they are packing for a trip. So maybe they're going to some hot place, right? Some vacation, fun. All right, so I would like to read a story for you about these uh, people, yeah, the Johnson's family. So the Johnson's family finally decided to go on a trip together to Spain to enjoy the sea and nature. But first, they had to think what they wanted to bring with them on a vacation. So 2 days before the trip, Peter's wife, packed five dresses, three pairs of shoes, a makeup bag, some underwear, and a toothbrush. Then she also packed some clothes for the kids and toys to entertain them. All right. When Emily finished packing, Peter, Emily's husband, who was always a light packer, prepared his suitcase too. So he put five t shirts, four pairs of shorts, a pair of sandals, and one pair of sneakers. Then he also put his charger and a computer because he wanted to do some work from a hotel room. On the day of the trip, they were so excited but also nervous because it was their first time trip by plane. All of a sudden, Emily realized she had left her passport at home before they arrived to the airport and went to the check-in desk. Oh no. Guys, can you imagine what it's like to forget your passport on the trip day? That's horrible. So Peter now had to go back home to pick up her passport. Luckily, they had enough time before their trip. The flight was at 3 p.m., and they were at the airport 4 hours before the plane. When Peter arrived home, he quickly found Emily's passport and went back to the airport. He had to drive quickly so that he didn't miss the flight with his family. The Johnsons family finally arrived to Spain after a 3 hour flight. They were a little tired, but very happy they were at their destination. They were so excited to go swimming. After they arrived to the baggage claim with their small carry on suitcases to pick up one large suitcase, they didn't get their luggage, so they went to the information desk and asked about where their suitcase was. The airport employee told them that their luggage hadn't been loaded on the plane. Emily and Peter were shocked. The airport hadn't loaded their suitcase before they arrived to Spain. What were they going to do? That's the end of the story. Now, I'd like you to take a look at this page here. So we got a few sentences that I picked out from our story. And you see they're highlighted and some verbs are in bold. Yeah. So I'd like you to take a look and tell me which of the action that's underlined and in bold do you think happened first and which of them happened second? Okay. Probably already noticed and figured it out, right? So when we talk about past simple and past perfect is the one that's always mentioning the action happening before the other action in the past. So it would be action one for past perfect and past simple for action two. And you see, I marked for you guys the sentences, the verbs in the sentences that happened as action one as well as the action two. So, how do we know that she had left is action one? Because we know she's in the airport and she had left her passport at home before they arrived to the airport, right? To Spain. Right. And on the second in the second column, you probably already see, yeah, that action two is told, Yeah, because we know that they're at the airport now, and the luggage hadn't been loaded. That happened first, so that was action one. Because the luggage, does it usually is it usually loaded before the flight or after the flight ends? Of course, before, right? So it happened first. It was action one. And as you see, the last two actions, yeah, arrived, yeah, and had loaded as well. Yeah, they're marked as action two for arrived, yeah, because we know they're in Spain, and action one about the airport employees who had loaded their suitcase on a different plane. Awesome. All right. Now, I'd like you to take a look at the form, of course, as well. So, past simple, to build a past simple tense, we need a subject, a verb, plus ed or verb in past participle. Yeah. And for past perfect, we need subject plus had plus the verb with ed or verb plus in past participle form. All right. And you see they're highlighted as well. Finished, prepared, put, wanted, hadn't been loaded, had loaded, and hadn't loaded. All right. And now, so to clarify one more time, we have also some signal words for past simple and for past perfect. So for past simple, we've got single signal words like first, when, and then. So they mark one action after another. So according to the plan, right? Like first at the beginning, second action when, and then. Yep. And also we got some signal words for past perfect, such as before and by the time. And you can see them in these sentences as well, right? Okay, right. Now it's time to practice. All right. So I'd like you to look at these sentences. It's a story as well. And I would like you to use the right tense, either past simple or past perfect. Okay. You've probably already done it. So let me show you the answers to verify. All right. So you see, first booked, after that decided, then we have packed, then left, and all of these actions happened one after another, right? And then we got a last sentence, right? I had never been to any of the Disney resorts before I visited Orlando, because we got before, right? And that's the signal word for past perfect tense, right? Awesome, guys. And one more exercise. All right, take a look at these sentences and tell me which tense to use. All right. You've probably already done it, so let's see the answers. By the time I arrived to the hotel in Orlando, I remembered that I had booked a single room, not a double room. Oh no, I hate single beds. All right, you got by the time, that's the signal word for using past perfect, because arrived in the hotel happened as a second action, right? And what's the first action? You've got it. Had booked a single room, right? Before he went on a trip. Awesome, guys. I'm so happy that you have learned this rule about using past simple and past perfect. Now you've mastered the skill. All right. See you in other videos. Bye bye.